A wizard's wand is basically their armor. More than just a stick, it's what channels their magic and makes all the spellcasting happen. However, it doesn't just work for everyone. For example, squibs. Although they come from wizard families, they do not have any magical powers, so naturally, a wand is just a piece of wood to them. But how do these wands even work? Are they manually manufactured, or is there a sacred wood that is destined to become these magical objects? And what about wand makers? Was the Ollivander family the only one who knew the secret behind wands? To get an answer to all of these questions and more, stay tuned till the end of the video. If you already have a wand, either through Pottermore or from the exquisite shop at Universal Studios, tell me what you got in the comments below. While you're at it though, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Alright, let's get started. It is unclear when the first wand was crafted. Some people believe that the early witches and wizards first started making them without having any prior knowledge. Obviously, right? They used crude wooden staffs to somehow try and channel their magical abilities. Others simply used whatever materials they could find. All of this led to chaos, really, that soon went out of control. Either people created weak wands or wands that were dangerously unstable and were able to shoot spells without any incantation. That's when the Ollivander family stepped in and refined wands through their expert craft. Wands didn't just magically appear out of thin air, not even in the wizarding world. They had to be crafted and properly refined. There was, and still is, an entire production process to make them the powerful conduits of magic they are. It's no small feat, but the Ollivander family has been perfecting this craft for, generations. Since 382 BC, the Ollivander family has beaten every other wand maker in business, and have basically become a global wand maker brand. The first wand maker from the Ollivander family is believed to have migrated to Britain from the Mediterranean. He set up a stall and crafted these incredible wands that soon appealed to the witches and wizards of Britain. This very news of the wand-making family soon after began to reach other countries, and the family became popular all over the world. At first, the early Ollivanders didn't have an idea of the 3 wand cores. They would design wands out of whatever people handed to them. Sometimes it was their favorite thing, and other times it was a material sent down by their ancestors through generations. But naturally, like most things, the craft changed over time. The Ollivander family realized that there were 3 superior wand cores that offered the best balance of power and loyalty. Ultimately, they became the standard cores used in the Ollivander wands. The Ollivander family didn't come to its decision out of the blue. They had to experiment with a lot of materials like Vela hair, basilisk horn, and even the thestral tail. However, none of them worked as well as the 3 supreme cores. They were either too unpredictable, too weak, or too unstable. So, what are these 3 cores? Alright, first up we have the Dragon Heartstring, the most powerful core of them all. It is sourced from the heart of a dragon and has immense power. For the most ambitious of wizards like Bellatrix Lestrange, the wand worked like magic. Although the wand learned spells quickly, it did not have the most loyal nature. If won in combat, it would swiftly bid farewell to the wizard and shift its allegiance to its new master. Next up, we have the rarest core of them all, the Phoenix Feather. These wands are not only adaptable to new spells, but they have a unique bond with their master. They sometimes might act on their own accord, which make it 10 times more difficult for the wizard to have control over them. That's probably why the wizards who were paired with a wand with a phoenix feather were believed to be destined for great things. That theory might be true because both Harry Potter and Voldemort had wands with the phoenix feather core. And in the final round, we have the unicorn hair, the last of the 3 supreme cores. The unicorn hair is extracted either from its mane or from its tail, but they both produce wands that are highly stable. Such wands are incredibly loyal, barely challenging their master and rarely shifting over their allegiance. Most of all, these wands are the least likely to indulge in dark arts. Ron and Neville, Cedric and Lupin, all of them had wands with the unicorn hair core, and you can bet that these lovely people were the least likely to go into the dark arts. Ever wonder why some wands are more powerful than others? What makes one stand above the rest? Well, before we dive into that mystery, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button? We have plenty more deep dives coming at you soon. Alright, so the Elder Wand is the ultimate exception, of course. The most powerful wand of them all, and the most powerful object to ever exist. Legend says it was crafted by Death himself and passed down from one great wizard to another. But let's be real, not every wand has such a dramatic origin story. Yet, some of them still exceed others by a long shot. Why? There are a lot of things that go into the making of a wand. The wood, the core, and the wand's flexibility. Each type of wood interacts differently with the magical abilities of its wizard. It is the common belief among magic folk that the wand chooses the wizard, rather than the other way around. Then comes the core, which is the heart of the wand. The core essentially affects the power and the loyalty of the wand, but beyond the wood and the core, there is the flexibility of the wand that shows how adaptable it is with new spells. All of these things combined show the true strength of the wand and how powerful it's going to turn out for its master. However, some believe that the Ollivander family has a little something to do with how the wands choose their masters. A lot of people think that Ollivanders were more than craftsmen. Wands did choose the wizard, but who chose and created the wands? Well, let me break it down for you. Ollivanders decided which woods went with which cores. They used precisely this idea to design wands that ultimately balance the perfect ratio between power and loyalty. Doesn't that kind of mean they control which wands end up in which wizard's hands? Then there are those who believe the Ollivanders didn't just make the wands, they shaped the entire wizarding world. According to this theory, they deliberately crafted weaker wands and steered potentially dangerous wizards towards them. This way, they kept the dangerous and evil wizards from reaching their full potential. You could argue that Voldemort, the most evil and powerful dark wizard of all, ended up with a wand containing a phoenix feather core, but wasn't it oddly convenient that the only other wand with the same core found its way into the hands of Harry Potter? The so-called Chosen One? The one with the ability to stop the one who must not be named? A lot of people take this theory a bit further and claim that the Ollivanders weren't just wizards, their ancestors might have been non-human, like seers, Vila, or even a lost magical creature unknown to the wizarding world. Think about it. After all, no other family has ever mastered wand making at their level. Coincidence? Or was there something else at play? If this theory holds any truth, could they have secretly created a wand even stronger than the Elder Wand? One never revealed to the world? Let that thought simmer. As always, stay curious, stay magical, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of the wizarding world, and I'll catch you next time.